we need to talk about the biggest workplace snitches, okay? Go ahead, get in here, like the video, subscribe, have a seat, and get into this tea, okay? I have a story time for y'all, and we're about to talk about everyone today. This is the video that y'all have been waiting for, and today I'm gonna give it to y'all, okay? Let's get into the story time. So I go to work, and we have about 10-15 minutes to get to the gate. I'm walking up to the gate and I see the gate agent is on the phone, and I overhear her say, "Oh, never mind, she's here, I'll talk to you later, thank you, bye." Hangs up the phone. I'm just like, okay, she can't be talking about me. So the gate agent was like, "Oh, I called my supervisor because I thought you weren't coming, but you're here, so great." And I was like, why did you think I wasn't coming? There's literally 10 minutes before boarding. Why would you call your supervisor? And she was like, well, normally whenever there's 10 minutes left, the flight attendants don't come. And I told her, okay, honey, my name is not normally. 10 minutes is a lot of time for someone to show up. So moving forward, you don't have to call your supervisor to let them know, because I'm gonna show up to work. So I get on board, do my pre-flight, talk to the other crew members, yada yada yada. We board on time, we leave on time. However, why is it that the gate agent is calling the supervisor to let them know that I'm going to be late when I'm not late? What's going on here? When someone calls the supervisor on your behalf, that's what starts putting eyes on you, okay? Now the supervisor thinks that I'm someone that's gonna arrive late when there's literally 10 minutes left. 10 minutes is a long time. 10 minutes is such a long time to arrive at the gate that you do not need to be calling a supervisor to let them know, give them a heads up that I might be late. And I don't know how many times I do that, but this has happened on 3 different occasions where I've seen 3 different gate agents call a supervisor to let them know that I may or may not be late. There's been a time where there was 8 minutes left, and not only did she call the supervisor, but the supervisor was there. And I was just like, what's going on? Like, why are you guys anticipating me to be late? And there's still time left on the clock. So I'm not sure what that's all about, but that's something gate agents do. The fact that I'm not late just lets me know that they do this all the time. And as a gate agent, it's making them look like the boy or the girl who cried wolf. And just imagine showing up on time before boarding, and they're always shocked. And I'm sure there are flight attendants who do come late, and so they're just trying to cover themselves, because in the event that the plane closes the door late, they have to put in their notes why it was late. So they want to take the blame off of them and blame the flight attendant. I get it. But honey, let me be late first before you try to tell on me. Let me know if I'm tripping. Like, you should be making a phone call when it says 1 minute left. And then you press the button, you press the call button when there is 0 minutes left. Therefore, you have an actual storyline to tell your supervisor, instead of calling them at 10 minutes left and saying, yeah, I think she's not gonna show up. Like, what? While we're on the topic of gate agents, another pet peeve that gate agents do, and I can't even say this is something that the new gate agents do, sometimes the senior gate agents do the same thing. You have boarded each person, you have scanned each boarding pass, but somehow you have to come on board to get a head count. Not once, not twice, but sometimes 3 times. Why are you missing count that many times? Like, what are you doing up front? What's going on? I feel like that is the simplest task, to just count each person that boards. I don't know why, but this happens way too often. I just look at the gate agent like, if you come on here one more time, I'm gonna have to report you. Like, how are you miscounting this many times, honey? Get it together. Another pet peeve is the very, very brand new gate agents who don't know what they're doing, and they will try to scan my badge. Not sure why they're doing that. I'll let them know, hey, you don't scan my badge. You actually just look at my badge and verify my name. And then they tell me, no, I'm supposed to scan your badge. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let you do your job incorrectly, and I'm not gonna say anything else because you wanna argue. Then they have to call the supervisor, and the supervisor has to tell them, no, you do not scan their badge. And it's like, honey, why do we have to do all that? If I have been here longer than you have, and this is your first day, first week on the job, just take my advice, honey. I might know a thing or two about how this process goes because I have done it almost every day. That's happened 2 times, and let me tell you, these gate agents were on edge and they were so ready to argue. And I was like, you know what? You got it. Do what you need to do to take your L. I'm not gonna do anything any further. Like, you wanna scan my badge and it keeps saying error. I'm gonna let you learn the lesson. The next pet peeve that gate agents do is boarding early before it's actually time to start boarding. I have absolutely no idea where the audacity comes from to start boarding passengers before the boarding time without asking crew. Why on earth would I want to look at passengers for free more than I have to? There will never be a time where I say it's okay to board early, ever in life. As long as we are not getting paid to board, no. Board late if you can. Board late and rush them so that I can get paid faster, but never early. Like, not sure why they do that, but they will do that. And then they don't even give us a warning. For instance, the crew members and I will just be having a conversation. We look over and there's like 5 passengers trying to walk on the plane. Like, you're not supposed to be here for another 5 minutes. What's going on? And now we're flustered. They're looking confused. And it's a whole mess. Like, gate agents, if you're watching this, stop doing this. Forever. Please and thank you. Number 1001 pet peeve of gate agents is not making the back row empty. If it is possible to make the back row empty, please, if you're a gate agent, if you're a new gate agent, make that your first skill that you learn, how to make the back row empty. There's no reason why I should be sitting so close to other passengers if there are empty seats in other areas of the cabin that they could have set. Like, please move them somewhere else so we don't have to be close, okay? So many germs when we're sitting so close together. Just move them. Please move them. Honestly, I feel like being a gate agent has to be a lot of hard work and a lot of stress because we get new gate agents almost every week. I see a new face all the time. I only know about maybe 4 or 5 gate agents that I've seen my entire career here at DFW. Everyone else is new. They're messing up. They're getting into arguments. They're quitting on the spot. So I don't know what's the tea with being a gate agent, but I feel like there is a lot of stress. So shout out to the gate agent. As a flight attendant, I do not go back and forth with anyone, but if I had to choose, it would definitely not be with a gate agent because I just feel like they already go through so much. Gate agents basically expect angry passengers, okay? I don't expect angry passengers, but a gate agent has to expect that they will be getting cussed out at least once a day. So I definitely could not be a gate agent. There are even simple things, like sometimes I will look at the app and I will see that, okay, my flight going to, let's say, for example, Santa Fe is gonna be at B2, right? Then I look at the flight board. The flight board says it's gonna be at B2. I go to B2 And the big screen says that the plane is going to Laredo, Texas. So I have to go to the gate agent. I'm like, hey, I'm here to go to Santa Fe. Is this the right gate? And she says, yeah. And I'm like, oh, well, do you know that the screen says something else? And she was like, yeah, but I can't fix it. That alone is already stressful, because imagine everyone who's going to Santa Fe is gonna go up to the counter and say the same thing I just said. When the simplest way to solve that problem is just to change the screen, but I guess the screen is frozen or broken. But now you have to deal with all those passengers being confused, and you know that there's always one passenger that comes up to the counter who's enraged. Like, I just came all the way from X, Y, and Z to here to find out that this is not the gate. And then the gate agent has to be nice and say, no, this is the gate. Don't pay attention to the screen. You know, dealing with that has to be a lot. So the life of a gate agent has to be harder than being a flight attendant, for sure. While we're on the topic of airport staff, let's talk about TSA. Yeah. TSA, please tap in. Let's have a chat. Because why is it that I scan my KCM badge, I show you my ID, show you my passport, and after you do all that, then you want to tell me that I'm random? The minute that I scan my KCM badge needs to be the moment you tell me if I'm random or not. Do not wait until you verify all these things, because it doesn't matter, because I'm going to be random. So from now on, please make arrangements if you're TSA and you're watching this, because I do this all the time now. I will always scan my badge first, because we need to just get it over with. Am I random or not? Before I pull out all of my other identification. Some TSA agents do that, and it's very annoying when they know you're randomed immediately. Like, just tell me immediately so I can go. Speaking of being randomed, it's becoming more prevalent, okay? Like, if there are 6 people in the line, 5 people are getting random. Being randomed can just be so inconvenient, because you have to go through the pre-check line, unpack all your stuff, put it through the machine, put it all back together, and that's just tedious. And that's if you're in uniform. If you're not in uniform and you get random, that's a whole different thing. But because you're watching this video and you're a part of the Pristine Posse, let me let you in on a secret. If you get randomed and you're not in uniform, take your badge and all your stuff, go in the priority line, okay? Just show them your badge, act clueless, be nice, smile, and they will let you go through. Now, 9 out of 10 times, you will be good, okay? There's only been one time where I've done this. I've gotten to the front of the priority line, they checked my badge, and then the TSA guy was like, oh, you're not in uniform, you have to get in the regular line and stand in that line because you're not in uniform. And I literally had to get out of the front of the line and go step in the regular line, in the back of the regular line, and wait to put all my stuff through security. And I almost missed my flight because I had to do all of that. Now, that's only happened once out of about 5 times. And it sucks, because it's like, we already only get 10% off at the restaurants and airports. Like, we don't even get 50% off. The least you could do is let me cut the line for free. Like, come on, just let me cut, because I already work here. Like, come on, you know I have somewhere to be. But please do not go back and forth. Do not try to argue with TSA. That is like another person you don't want to go back and forth with, because they're just doing their job, number one. Number two, there are just random days where TSA is getting micromanaged by their supervisor. And as flight attendants, our passengers, we don't know who's the manager, because they're all wearing the same uniform. However, when you become a flight attendant and you pass by TSA multiple times, then you're just gonna feel the energy, the aura, like everyone is just like on pins and needles, doing their job, being very matter of fact, and you can feel the energy and you know there's a supervisor around. Because when there's not a supervisor, they're a little more lax. They're still doing their job, but they're a little more relaxed and not on edge. So that day when that guy told me to get into the other line, I was just like, okay, there has to be a supervisor around, because y'all know me. You guys know me. You know that I'm a flight attendant. Like, you know I have somewhere to go. Like, why are you being difficult? But I was just like, you know what? Let me just do my job, because he's doing his job, get into the other line and not make a scene. If you're a flight attendant, let me know in the comments if you've noticed when TSA is acting very robotic versus when they're very relaxed, because I know I'm not the only one who noticed that. But let me know down in the comments if you've noticed that. The energy is just different when there's a supervisor around. Everyone's on edge. Be sure to like this video and give it a thumbs up, and check out my Patreon. This video is getting a little long, so we're gonna have to break it up into a part 2. So stay tuned for part 2, where we talk about our crew members, the good old pilots and flight attendants. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like it up, subscribe to the Pristine Posse, and I'll see you in the next one.